This is exactly how much I make while being a full-time college student. Now, if you want to find out exactly how I was able to do this, then stay tuned for a step-by-step guide where I'll be sharing my exact formula of how I was able to achieve this. Now, one thing that I struggled with while being in college was not being able to make any money simply because of the amount of time that I had to spend studying instead of being able to work on a business. So this prevented me to make any progress on my business until I discovered that there are different types of business models, and some of them where you can kind of work according to your hours rather than the client's hours. This was super helpful because I could work around my school schedule and make money when I needed to make money. Now, this model requires pretty much no money to get going, and it's super easy to start. And I truly believe that this is the best model that any college student should pick when starting a business. Step 1 is picking a service. First step is to pick a service that you can sell to anyone, specifically residential homes. You don't want your service to be focused on only businesses because it's going to be harder to start. This can be window cleaning, pressure washing, car cleaning, landscaping services. There's a bunch of services that you can find, and online there's a bunch of information on what you can sell. Now, like I mentioned, the important thing is that it's a service that you can sell to pretty much anyone. The more potential clients that you might have, the easier it is going to be for you to find your clients. Now, you might already be familiar with a service, which is perfect. I would highly suggest you double down on that. But if you aren't familiar with a service, honestly, just pick one that seems attractive to you and you can easily learn. I personally picked window cleaning. I had no idea how to clean windows, but after like an hour of research, I bought the equipment. Once I received it, I used it on my own house, and I learned within half an hour how to use the equipment. So it's really not that hard. Which brings me to step 2, which is learning. Once you pick your service, you have to learn absolutely everything about it. So how to deliver the results, what equipment you need, how much is it going to cost you, as well as how much time does it take to actually deliver the service, and how much you can charge for your service. Now, for my business, as I mentioned, I do window cleaning. I bought all the equipment that was necessary. It costed me maybe $1,500 or $1,000. I did buy like more of an expensive high-end equipment just because I had the money, but you can easily find something for a couple of $100 and not spend as much money as I did. And for my window cleaning, I was charging my services anywhere from $250 up to $400 for every service. And me having experience already in door knocking, I knew that I was able to make a couple of sales per day. So this was a good range for me. So if you guys have no idea what to do, how much to charge, if I were you guys, find something that you can charge at least $200, $250 for, which is pretty much all of the service that I mentioned. One thing you have to realize when doing research on the pricing is that, let's say for window cleaning, normally you can find a company to clean your windows for $100, $150, whereas I was charging up to $400 for my services. Now, not only are you charging for the service itself, you also have to take into account that you're offering the service out of convenience for them. So you're going to their house and you're directly asking them, do you want me to do this for you right now, right here? They don't have to call anyone. They don't have to schedule an appointment with this person. They don't have to take a day off from work to be with this person. You're right there, right here, ready to do the service. So people are normally ready to pay a bit more. So don't be scared to charge high prices. People will buy. Now, step 3 is to just go out there. You can start around your house, or you can find a neighborhood that's a bit higher end depending on what you're selling. Like if you're selling car cleaning services, going in a higher end neighborhood will help you. I know for me, homes with 2 stories, because I knew that those people are the ones that struggle the most with cleaning their windows. So it was easier for me to get clients from those types of homes. So find your edge, find what will be easier for you, and start in that neighborhood. You'll first start with memorizing a script. Now, luckily for you, I have a script. It's short, it's simple, so you guys can basically copy it word for word. Just replace kind of your service and your name, your business name with yours, and you'll be good to go. So here's my script. As you can see, it's short, it's simple, easy to use. Take a screenshot, practice, and you'll be good to go. Now, the reason why the script is short, our goal is to find the people who want our services, but just never got around to calling someone. So let's say you're saying, so for me, window cleaning, I would knock a bunch of homes. It would be no, no, no. And then once in a while, someone would be like, oh yes, we were looking to call someone for this. So this is perfect. We'll take your services. Most of the time, that's how it's going to happen, especially if you're just beginning. As you get better, you'll be able to convert more of the hesitant people. people who are like, yeah, we should probably do it, but I might do it a bit later during the year. Now, obviously at first, it's going to be nerve-wracking. You'll be stumbling over your words. You'll be forgetting your script. But as you practice, you'll become better. And also your conversion rate will be better. So you'll be getting more clients out of the amount of time you spend knocking. You should be aiming to make at least one sale for every 100 doors, which is very doable. It's not that hard. Step 4, let's look at the numbers. If you're able to do the basics, which is one sale per day, you'll be making $250 per day. And let's say because you're in school, you're only working the weekends. That means that every weekend you'll be taking home $500. And if you do the math, that comes out to $2,000 per month, which is not that bad. Now, obviously, as you get better, your conversion rate will become better as well. So within a month, you guys can easily be making 2 sales per day. So now you're making $1,000 per month, which comes out to $4,000 per month. And at some point, you'll be able to make even more sales. But the issue you'll be having is that you won't have enough time to be knocking and doing the service delivery itself. So that's when you want to find a friend or hire someone and pay them, let's say, $200 for the day and give them 4 jobs every day. That's what I was doing with my window cleaning. And as I mentioned, like I already have experience door knocking. So within a couple of weeks, I was basically maxing out the amount of clients I could do in a day. I hired my friend. I paid him $200 for the day. And I was giving him about 6 homes to clean per day. And I was paying him $200 for the day. So if we look at the math on that, that's 250 times 6, which comes out to $1,500 per day, minus what I pay my friend, which comes down to $1,300 per day. And I only work the weekends because of school. So we'll do times 8 because there's 8 days of weekends. And that's slightly above $10,000 per month. So you're helping out your friend. He's making extra money on the side and you're making close to $10,000 per month, which is very good for someone who's in college. And one thing you can do as well, which is what I do now, is you can hire someone to do the door knocking for you as well. You can teach them and pay them a commission for every sale they make. That's what I do. I have 2 guys working for me and I pay them a 40% commission. So whatever sale they make for window cleaning, they get 40% out of it. And then I pay a fee for my cleaning guy, my technician, which is about, let's say, $40. And the rest is profit for me. So eventually you can find a way to automate the whole business and just act as the middleman in between your technicians and your door knockers. So as you can see, starting a business while in college does not have to be difficult. I truly believe this is the best model for college students simply because you can work around your schedule. Let's say you have a regular part-time job, you have to come in every weekend. And let's say one weekend you might have to study because you have finals coming up. You know, you're not going to be able to take those days off because you're working a regular part-time job. You have to go every weekend. But if you have this business, not only can you make more money, you can also take a weekend off to study, if that's what you have to do. Or let's say one week you have an extra day off and you can go knocking and make even more money. So you can really work around your schedule, which I think is very important for college students. So this is it. Thank you very much for listening and see you on the next video.